Relationship Real Talk with Dr. Harmony and myself, Andre Paradis. Dr. Harmony is on vacation, so it's going to only be me today. All good. That's fantastic. We're still going to have a conversation. And the premise of this show is to bi-monthly, every other week, we're going to bring you some tidbits and drip on you the knowledge that we've accumulated as relationship coaches. Both myself and Dr. Harmony have a lot of experience, both married for many, many years, and kind of been there, done that, and studied. And actually, that's our work, is to help alleviate the pain and confusion in modern relationship dynamics, which is, as you probably have noticed, there's so much chaos out there right now, right? Everything is backwards. So we're talking about modern relationship struggles. So this week we're going to talk about, let me pull off my sheet, the trust and emotional safety issues that people experience, both men and women, in our modern ways. So on both sides, there's a past traumas, attachment wounds, and prior relationship pain that shapes expectations. Expectation is such a huge, huge problem, and I'll explain it a little bit in a second. And then the fear of rejection, abandonment, and betrayal. So the result is both people either close off emotionally or become overly vigilant, which in both reduces genuine connection and intimacy. Ta-da! So factual is common because we live in a culture where there's fear everywhere. Everything is fear-based. You notice from the news to how people talk about relationships, how women are afraid of men, men are toxic, dangerous, and you can't trust them and they cheat. No, that's in my world that's what I call boys. There's four types of men in my world. The boys are the cheaters, the liars, the toxic ones, not men. Men provide and protect, cherish, support, right? So it's not men, it's boys. But everybody's had bad experiences with confusion, right? Men and women are very, very, very opposite in every way, and often we confuse and hurt each other, not knowing, not understanding. We want the other to act like us, however, it's unrealistic. So people who succeed in a relationship actually go in and do the work and dig and try to understand why men do what they do, what their instinct is pulled to them to do, what motivates them and why, right? And same with the ladies, right? So smart people investigate, try to understand the other side more, as opposed to trying to make the other one, what I call, act right or act like they want them to. That's what doesn't work. So fear and pointing the finger will keep you in chaos. And often people come at me with a sense of feeling that it's hopeless. It's not. You really just have to relearn what sort of works naturally better. Everything I talk about is not my opinion. It's nature, science, biology, anthropology, and um, the science of our bodies, literally, the science of our innate essence. So, not my opinion. Dr. Harmony has also a lot of experience in that. So, today is just only me, but so what I want to talk about, really, the collision, the fear, trauma is primarily the biggest part of what people need to address in order to get in healthy relationships. I always say I cannot get anybody in a healthy relationship until we clean the baggage from your past. Trauma release. I do this through NLP primarily, and it works fantastically quick, honestly. Where therapy, you may spend 3 or 4 years on the couch, addressing the fact that you're a good person, you're a good person, you're a good person, and eventually you'll start believing it. NLP could clean something up off your nervous system in one process, in 1 hour. Fantastically powerful, and really watch your life shift from releasing false beliefs about yourself, the world, people, and life. Incredibly powerful. So trauma is the first thing. We're all traumatized at some level, small, medium, large, right? Abandonment, neglect, abuse issue. Some people like all of them, plus sexual abuse. So that has to be released in order for you to really be present and not be driven by the trauma, because trauma will drive us. And if you believe you're not lovable, you're not good enough, you're going to attract people throughout your life who will make you believe that you're not good enough or not lovable. And you'll see, and your subconscious will go, see, see, see. And that becomes the loop of life that destroys us. So that primarily has to be done. The rest of it is, we develop attachment issues, we call it. You've all heard this: anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, anxious avoidant, right? The people who build relationships seemingly better or more with more ease or secure. They have secure attachments, which means they would love well by their parents. They feel worthy of love. They felt love, as opposed to people who are avoidant or anxious about it, don't trust it, never were love right, right? And some people have both. We call them disorganized. They go anxious, anxious and avoidant, anxious and avoidant, anxious to avoidant. And there's no way to build a relationship that'll make you crazy. That'll make the partner crazy. So again, go back to doing the work. You have to clean yourself up for you to actually be in really, really in charge of your relationship, your emotions, your the way you see the model of the world per what was imprinted on you, right? So that's where the work starts. Fear, rejection, abandonment, and betrayal all comes from, again, if you weren't loved right as a child, you will attract people to confirm it, whatever the belief is on you. It sounds ridiculous but it's factual. This is by design. That's what the human mind does. It retains what it believes and goes out and proves it. It's called reticular retention system. The same way that if you buy yourself a brand new white Tesla, you will notice white Teslas everywhere in the world. Why? Because now it's on your consciousness and something that is in your world. And so your reticular system, retention reticular system will seek it out and recognize it in the world. So if I'm not good enough, if I'm not lovable, your reticular system will find that vibration in the world and put it in front of you and then confirm. So that's how it all works. So this is primary. You cannot build a healthy relationship with all this baggage. And like I said, some have bigger issues, some have less, in the end, we all have trauma. It all needs to be cleaned up. So, because in the end, when the emotions are off, you become overly vigilant, right? And it reduces the possibility of intimacy and connection. Now, understand in my world, and there's a lot of data and statistics on this, relationships, the quality of, for both men and women, the quality of your relationship dictates the quality of your life, right? I'm in Los Angeles, a lot of people with a lot of money and all the goodies, but if they can't get their love dynamic to work, their love relationships to work, to be healthy, successful, and to go long term, they feel like failures. So it's a primary teller of your satisfaction and happiness in life, your love relationships. That's why it's that important to get that tuned in. The quality of your life is directly connected to it for both men and women. Surprisingly, not to me. So let's get that together, right? If you're struggling, if you have, if you keep repeating the same story and over again, different person, same ending, same drama, it's not them, it's you. It's not men are all, no such thing. It's not women are all, no such thing. If you say they're always and they never, it's you. And the reality is that's fine. And you have to have the courage to step in and do your work. Do your work, and get yourself cleaned up. And for the ladies, understand why men do what they do, what motivates men. We're such different machine, we often confuse you. Men are stoic, men are in their heads, right? We need your femininity to bring us out of our heads into our hearts, to bring us present. That's the superpower of your femininity. It's not passive, it's not weak, right? The feminist movement sold you a lemon on that one. So your femininity is your superpower. It brings men to their knees. Has the power to do that. On the other side, gentlemen, you have to understand what a woman needs in order to feel safe and connected, because without safety and connection, she really cannot attach to you. And we're blind to it because we don't really have a safety mechanism in place. So again, blind spot on both sides. You want to address that. You want to get to learn that. You want to step into this so you have a chance in getting into build and sustain a healthy long-term relationship. That's the magic of being human. We're better when we're paired up, right? We're better coupled up. We complement each other completely beautifully. masculine and feminine come together, create a whole new entity called a relationships. And that is where life is most satisfying for humans. So let's not fight this. Let's not point the finger at the other side and make them wrong for the way nature created us to be on both sides. We want to bring that together, come together, and build a life, build a family, build a kingdom, and leave a legacy. And that's truly how you get to have a satisfying life. In the end, we all want the same thing. You could fight it, but it's only gonna the price you're gonna pay for that. You don't want it. That said, I'm done with my little rant. Appreciate you guys showing up, and I will see you in a couple of weeks with Dr. Harmony. Bye for now.